In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us, but the darkness did not understand it. Today we remember the Word, that we might understand our history in a way the darkness could not, to love it as we have been loved, and to give our lives to it, even as it has given us life. For generations, the history has been told in ways that all who would hear might understand. The Apostle John spoke of the light which came into the darkness. Lewis created the land of Narnia, set free by a king named Aslan. And Tolkien wove the tale of the ring that enslaved the hearts of men. Now, our generation looks to a new mythology to peel back the layers of truth. Listen carefully, all who have ears to hear. Open your eyes, you who would see, and let us speak of the world of colors, of black, of red, and of white. It all began 2,000 years from now, when Elion, the maker of all, created a new earth. But on this earth, all that was once spiritual and unseen would be recorded in the books of history, books with the power to turn word to flesh. Elion revealed himself through the waters which fed the land and filled the great lakes. He created man in his own image and lavished them with great love. They knew no pain, no fear, no sadness, only the great romance. Each night they gathered and drank deep of Elion's water, celebrating his love late into the night, until great pleasure consumed them. And all around them, in the colored forest where the Rausch and great lions roamed, no evil could be found, because Tile, the black beast, and all the Shitaiki who served him were contained in the forbidden circle. The Black Forest, they called it. A hopeless wasteland of scorched land and death. The only way to enter it was a bridge known as the Crossing, but Elion had forbidden any human from crossing the river. Evil was held captive in the Black Forest, and Elion's great romance captivated all who lived in the Colored Forest, and it was good. But a new story was about to begin. In the small town of Paradise, Colorado, 2,000 years in the past, a boy named Billy was seduced by the lies of an evil monk. He was given one of the books of histories that had come from the future and told to write whatever was in his heart. But evil was in Billy's heart, and from it he created Marsuvi's Black, a wraith spun from his own darkness. Unknowingly, Billy's story reached beyond our time into other Earth and created a crossing between the two worlds and set a man on a course from our Earth to the other. And it came to pass that Thomas Hunter fell from a building in Denver, Colorado, and crossed over to the future Earth, where he awoke in the Forbidden Circle. Escaping the Black Forest, beaten and torn, he was healed by Elion's fruit at the hand of a beautiful maiden named Rochelle. And there, in the land of living water and the great romance, Thomas embraced new life with Elion. But he was from the histories, where evil blackened men's hearts. Tanis, the firstborn, was drawn by that evil and crossed into the Forbidden Circle to learn of it. When he did, the scourge of Tile and his evil Shitaiki was released to ravage the land. Everything would change. So it was that Elion's children were consumed by the disease of evil, which covered their flesh and minds. But in his mercy, the Creator led Thomas of Hunter and those who would follow him to 7 lakes in 7 green forests, where they could wash to keep the disease away. Those who followed Elion became known as the Forest Dwellers, but they were few. Those who waged war against them lived in the desert and became known as the Horde, and they were as many as the sands in the desert. But Elion left the forest dwellers with a promise that a way would be made to defeat evil when all hope seemed lost. Brothers of the Great Gathering, sisters of the song and dance, today we gather because we, like Thomas and Rochelle, and all who will one day follow Elion, know that the way was made. When all hope was lost, when the darkness had swallowed the forests and the disease had turned the last man, woman, and child to horde, one hero came to save the world. He was despised and rejected by men. He came unto his own, but his own did not receive him. He was a great warrior who loved more than any man could love, and he would be the savior of all who would drown in that love. He was Elion, and they called him Justin. Now our generation looks to the story of Justin because it is the story of our hero, of Jesus, who is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Today we gather to remember our history and understand it in a way that darkness could not, to love it as we have been loved, and to give our lives to it just as it has given us life. Because by understanding that past, we embrace the future with new hope. Listen carefully, all who have ears to hear. Open your eyes, you who would see, and let us speak of the world of colors, of black, of red, and of white. Welcome, lovers and fighters. Welcome to our gathering.